Hello, welcome to our. This is a coffee session with Brian Heskin. Where's your coffee mug, Brian? But anyway, yeah, very good. But this is again another session with Brian, who is actually uh, I should say very close to my heart, who was able to avail of the program which I have offered for him, and it seems that we will now listen to what he would like to share. He would share in terms of the impact of the program to his life, to his relationships, and to other things, to his work. But again, I would like to tell you that I'm so fortunate to really have with us a scientific analyst for a biotech company. He's very much interested in the ocean and pursuing it as a side business, not really a side business. Well, in terms of scuba diving, yes, but he is really an advocate for the cleanliness of the ocean and its impact to the environment and to the climate change. So without further ado, we would like to welcome Brian Heskin. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Thanks, Cynthia. Very nice to be here. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm so honored to have you in this coffee session. And I am grateful that you were able to make it. And we're able to finish also the program, and I'm so glad. So, how are you today? How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. And, yeah, no, I'm sorry to finish with working with this for this program, but I'm excited to get this opportunity to share what
good. Since you mentioned about sharing, now I would ask you, can you share with us your story on how you took that leap of faith from the past? I don't know, were you experiencing pain or trauma to where you are right now? What was it before, and then now you have become a new person and you evolve from that past?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, before I guess 2 years before this program, I was you could say I didn't understand what I learned now, from working with Cynthia. It was all about like that we're all responsible. We're really responsible for ourselves and how we're able to overcome all these difficulties. Like it's just like knowing everything is energy, and that, and we all have it all inside us to be that person we want to be. And I think it's I was exposed to it before, but working with Cynthia's program, yeah, I just something I just became more confident and more clear and focused, and because what was stopping me was the just not believing in, and just allowing myself just to overcome, and there was nothing. It was just.
What were you saying, that you were having difficulty believing yourself?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and yeah, you could say I felt a little bit overwhelmed sometimes, and but I think with I think you just when you realize that everything is energy, you become things more clear. You just breathe, and you do the exercises, I guess. Yeah, then things started to when you where you put where the energy where you focus,
What
you clear
so
that energy.
so where were you again during that time? What were your blockages? I know not believing in yourself. Why is it that you don't believe in yourself?
Yeah.
Then this stop you from taking action, from moving forward. What
Yeah.
was the main thing that 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 hinders you from moving forward? I know it's you don't believe in yourself, and I know there's this certain a basic reason, or it's the root of that, or the cause of that. What do you think is that cause?
Yeah.
Root problem.
Yeah. I think it's not. A lot of the times, if you write it down, sometimes if you just like they say, when writing it down is a form of energy. Like we all seem to think of like that it's like it's you have to say it and think it, but I've learned that writing it down and being more clear and then saying it, speaking it.
What are you writing down? What you want, or what are you visualizing yourself to become? Okay. Yes.
That's it. Yeah, I guess it's to do with the you're clear and you say it, and I think and then you say with the energy with and I think that people get it, and people, it's an exchange of you get the energy and they get your energy, and then you just say it. It's I guess it's flow.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
that I could sense that now you try to change your mindset in terms of what you want to become, and then focusing on the positive. So you'll be able to move forward and then see that, hey, I can do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. And I think when you realize that, like, you have that voice, so and then and the other person gets it, and then you realize who you are then, because you're
okay, good. So can you share with us what led you to take advantage of this program? What made you decide that I need this to help myself?
Well, I've been exposed to Bob Proctor. I've heard of his work, and I think that's and through I was led through you through I work with another coach, and it was Tanya, and she had interviewed you, and I just it resonated with me. Your story. You explained how you were able to overcome. you were able to overcome your your story, like where and with your family, and you were able to help your son and your daughter and create a future for them, and I really liked your message, and I remember reaching out, and I got to meet with you. And then you had mentioned your work with Mary Morrissey, and and I had been exposed to that through my following of Bob, and I thought that was a good another angle, you could say, working with the laws, and I think I guess that perspective, because I was in the midst of understanding it from working with Tanya, so I guess that's where I thought this would be a good extra.
Okay, and it's all about the universal laws and so on, that because I know I don't use before I was not into that, but now when I tried observing, and after reading a lot of books, and then listening to Bob Proctor and Mary Morrissey, I've discovered that, hey, it's really true. It's really true. And it happened to me. And as what the other people would always say, when where your attention goes, energy flows. And I truly believe in that. And you have experienced that as well, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's really where that was really the mind, the whole shift was when.
So,
Yeah.
so how did this program solve your problem in terms of the 4 domains? Because in this program, we've been discussing about the 4 domains: the health and well-being, love and relationships, your vocation or your purpose, and then the time and money freedom. Will you be able to share with us in terms of the 4 domains, how did this help you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the health and domain was the, and I think that, yeah, I think I was always strong with my health, and but I think getting to celebrate the wins, like, because I'm very strong in that area, I would not maybe I would not take the time to appreciate, something that I felt easier, because yeah, I'm very healthy, very health conscious, and I always look after my myself there. But yeah, but I think the thing is, the big piece is just to celebrate that, and because you are, and be grateful for that, because that's something that we all should celebrate, especially if it's a strong suit, because that if you're strong in one area, that can help you get stronger in the other area, because you can, it's that energy, you're in a good vibration. Health puts you in a good vibration when you, and that feeds the other areas.
Yeah. And I know you go biking, and then you do meditation at the start of the day, and those are good things to be included in your routine, no? Daily routine, because it prepares you for the next one, which is your relationship. How did it impact now your relationship?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, because that's the big area, because your relationships is key towards it's success in every area, especially it can be relationship with your significant other, and then relationship with in your job, with your boss and your coworkers. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you come, when you're so appreciative of your regiment in the morning, like starting the day off, doing the health work, like the meditation. Yeah, that you come into work then completely, and
feeling what? Feeling
good about yourself, and
good.
that turns, and people get your energy.
Yes.
And I think that's, I really have to say that really, that's what really turned my relationship with my boss, because I think people don't understand energy, because they think like it's all how good you are, and
would you like to share something about what was before, in terms of your relationship with your boss, and then when after you've done this program, what happened now to your relationship, the before and after?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, before I would I'm very conscious of, like, that my boss is the important person, and sometimes you align with your manager, and I guess you could say conform, and so you always do what you're told, but I felt no, I think when you're in self-control, like, you're able to, you're you can be nice. You can be nice, but you're also good to yourself too, and that way you're able to be yourself and work. And I think so when I was working with my boss, yeah, I would get feedback from her, but I was able to I guess I was able to not to kind of focus on how I am doing, and I didn't. I think the thing is, I guess you don't have control over when you can't worry about what other people think. You know how you're doing, and I think that was how I managed to turn it. And then if I knew I was doing good, then I would maybe have a conversation, and I think that gives you power. And in our conversation, I would be able to have that honest.
The wonderful thing which I've seen, the change in you was the self-confidence, because you've learned how to value yourself. Before, just like what you mentioned, you just conform, just be submissive, no? But after this, I am really surprised on how you effectively express yourself with your supervisor, not reacting, but responding in a more matured way. Because most of the time we react when we hear something which is not aligned to what we want to hear, no? But I could see that there was a big change in you whenever we share your stories. What are you grateful for? What are you proud of? It was really a great progression from being submissive to being confident, knowing your boundaries, knowing your worth, knowing your value. That's the important thing. And I don't know if you felt that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did. I think, yeah, you get your confidence. You're able to. I think you know how you're performing, and I think you're able. We all get the energy. We can tell by the energy of your manager that they're focused, but then you know how to be respectful for yourself.
So how is now your relationship with your supervisor?
Better, yeah. I mean, it's now I can bring up things like there's more. I guess there's more free. There's more. I guess there's clear communication now, because
clear communication, yes. And how did she take your feedback? In terms of was she did she take it in a negatively, or did she take your feedback positively, wherein, oh, I appreciate your feedback? Oh, how was it taken when you express something?
Oh yeah, I had a conversation there where I think there was an incident where I was over. You could say it was. I was asked a question by a colleague, and she stepped in and gave the response, and I felt I wasn't. I was maybe a little bit disrespected. I felt disrespected, so I did bring it up, but it was in a kind of a very. I guess you could see a part. The way I handled it, and I think, and I understand. I think she listened to me, and I think she saw I was more. She learned something. I think I maybe uncovered a blind spot, and I think, and that's something that I was able to. I think she appreciated my speaking up, and I think that was. I felt that was that was a good. I felt good in the conversation, and I think maybe that.
So now you're comfortable now sharing your views, sharing your feedback with her.
Yeah, it's created a good environment where, yeah, I think there must be some. It's how I approach it.
Yes, it's really the manner of on how you deliver your piece, no?
Yeah.
So that's why it's really more on responding, not reacting. Because when you respond, you put yourself in the other person's shoes, right?
Wow.
Okay. And now in terms of your job, your purpose, what was the impact of this program now?
Oh yeah. Well, I think tying into the relationship with my boss, it's now I guess I'm a partner. I feel like I'm a partner to the success of my department, and
that's nice.
Yeah, and I think with the ideas, I know you had encouraged me to come up with ideas with my boss, because I think that's something that I'm more comfortable in doing, and I think but I think the relationship building, first of all, you have to have a good relationship with your boss, and I think but the next step is to actually use that, leverage that, and then to come up with ideas, and then involve.
And I've heard from you that you're now contributing to the department's ideas on how to help improve the training and so on. No? You're trying to come up with some other ways and means to help the department, to help the team, and that's a great way of being a contributor to the department. That's why you mentioned that you're now a partner. And I love that. I love that. Being a partner, seeing yourself as a partner, not being a staff. Well, you're a staff, but then you have now seen your worth, and you are there equally, you're there equal, you're equal, I mean, in terms of your there's also a gap, but then because of your confidence, you think that you are able to contribute more. That's why you see yourself as a partner, and they see you as a partner as well, and that's what is important.
Yeah, that's right. You see yourself too, because once you see it for yourself, then
you're a contributor. If you see yourself as a contributor, then you have something to offer.
Exactly.
And now, given the time and money freedom, how did this program help you in terms of seeing yourself in the future?
I think I guess it's all down to your confidence in yourself, because like that that if, like, especially with the finances, like that what you're capable of, and then you're not worried about like your job security, because like that you have, once you're in self-control, then you're in charge, and I think, and in terms of what you're capable of, that's it makes you more valuable, I think, and in terms of money freedom, like I think that ties into your security with your job. Like that that time you have money is energy, and that it all it's just you trust in yourself, and be like, if you want to be that person who gets more money, you become that person, so That's a sense of freedom there.
Yes.
Because you know,
And now you are advocating the because this is what you love to do, be with the ocean and be with nature. And now you've seen and discovered that you can still do more.
yeah.
And
Oh,
that is what?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that, and then that's more opportunity then. And yeah, it gives you a sense of freedom, yeah, when you know that you can you can create something from this, and like maybe going into the building on my I always had a fascination with the ocean, and I am a scuba diver, getting my second part of my license. And I think that's something that that's where I'm comfortable. I like that, being close to the ocean, and in my you could say my from talking to people in that industry, that there definitely is something that more needs to be known about, especially the changes that are happening in the ocean. And I think this is something I'm confident enough now to pursue, and maybe I'm learning, that more needs to be known about it. And I think this is something, especially from a scientist standpoint, the effect, the influence that the ocean has on the climate, and yeah. So I think this is something that I got from working with Cynthia, like that, these skills that I can apply to other areas, and I'm looking at that.
And that's a great mission, no? Because that is now the big problem here on we are not so careful, or we're so careless in terms of taking care of our surroundings, and we tend to disregard the the living things inside the ocean, and that's impacting the living things inside the ocean. And our and you're taking baby steps now in terms of what can you share to the people around the world in terms of how to take care of our environment. And then that's amazing. I'm so proud of you that you were able to, from the time before and up to now, that you have defined and discovered your purpose. And that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something that I always wanted, but it's possible. And
yes, nothing is impossible. It's always possible as long as you believe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. Once you have your, I guess once you have your a job that gives you that freedom, time freedom, and then you.
Yes. So may I ask you, what are some of, again, you have shared with us what you've learned, no, in this program. What is now your plan for the next 12 months, applying what you have learned?
Yeah, well, I'm going to continue now with this growth, and this with you could say with all this training, and especially there are changes. There's always changes in every corporation, and I will embrace this change, and I think become more this person who you want to become. I think there's a sense of
I like that.
I can do that too, and
yes,
and I think that, and yeah. So now I see. I'm not with my boss. I'd be a partner, but then maybe her boss would be to them too. And I think it gives you a whole new.
I like what you mentioned, that in terms of what in terms of what you have learned, applying them to your job, and then taking change or looking at change in a positive way, looking at it with excitement, looking at it as opportunities rather than threats. And that's a great change of mindset which you've had. No, and that's what I love. Now, a lot of people are scared of change. That's why when you mentioned about that, oh my, that's a big change in terms of how you vision change. And sometimes it takes time, and it takes um, being positive in terms of how you view change. And I just love what you mentioned about change.
I think it's just I guess the visualization piece. You've done it once, and you know that there's more to it. And I think
because once you change your fixed mindset to growth mindset, it will take you further, really. Because it's the fixed mindset that stops you from moving forward. But if you have this growth mindset that I will continue to learn, this will excite me. I know there's a lot of things in store for me in the future. So you won't be scared of going out of your comfort zone. And that's what I like.
Yeah, that's right.
So you mentioned about the change of mindset, seeing change as opportunity for you to learn more. So you will continue doing some self-development training and so on. And in terms of the work, what are your plans for this coming 12 months?
So I'm going to apply myself to my main focus will be on my job, but also you'll use the other part of my day towards pursuing that other side business, you could call it, and I think that will give me an avenue to expand my knowledge there, especially it's you're bringing your scientific knowledge to another area
aspect. That's like because you're actually a scientist, focuses, you're a scientific analyst. Now you can apply it to pursue your purpose, your mission, which is not within that business or that work area. No? So that's good, and you're expanding. Okay, so in terms of your purpose, in terms of taking care of the environment, what's your goal now?
Oh, my goal, I think being an well, in terms of my main focus, my main job is to get I guess promotion is one area. That's growth, one area growth. And then but as you pursue your passion, I think that can open up doors maybe to more opportunity. You could discover an area that needs to be filled, and I think in your pursuit of your desire, which is like for me, I'm looking at I have the certification in scuba diving. Who knows? Maybe I get to talk to more people closer to the water, and in that pursuit,
that's
something else could open up. It's just like doing what if you have the desire, that people get that. they're willing to work with you, and so I think it's stretching yourself. I think that's the other piece where
I like that. I like that. So you can take baby steps, no, towards that, connecting with people and then meet them whenever you visit the ocean, and then talk to the locals and see how you can help in terms of what are their problems, what are their needs in that area. Talk to them and then see how you can help them.
Yeah.
Probably you'll be able to relay your message in terms of taking care of the environment. Farmers, or not farmers, fishermen who uses what's this, dynamite, should be prohibited, and what can you probably share in terms of how can they go fishing in the natural way, to support their family, at the same time taking care of the ocean and the living creatures in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly, and also there's the waste in the ocean too.
The waste,
and
yes,
how we can raise awareness on that. Yeah,
great. It's a great mission. I admire you for that, Brian. This is a 12-week program. Do you think this is too long for you?
No, I thought it was I could, because I think to apply it, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to understand and to apply. And I think it isn't easy to apply it, and because change is hard, and it's but I felt having that extra 6 weeks or a drawn out program helped maybe.
Yes. Yeah, because I gave you additional 6 weeks, no, and because I know it's difficult also, and we had more one-on-one sessions, no, and really sharing yourself, sharing what's bothering you, how, and then come up with ideas on how to solve the problem. It is more on that one-on-one coaching, because that's the next question I was about to ask you. Can you share with us an experience, your experience with me, which will always stick with you?
Oh yeah. I think.
Or how would you describe our one-on-one session?
Oh yeah, I think they were great. I mean, every problem I had, or there was you gave me a path forward. You gave me I think one example was the time management. You were able to introduce me
to the Eisenhower matrix.
Eisenhower, yeah, and it was, yeah, and that made all the difference, because that's with change. Sometimes it's very hard to get past the old habits. Like they stop you from, how to do it, but I think the thing about time, it can't be managed. So what you do is you just use. I think there's so much to know there is a path forward there, but I think with working with Cynthia, you're able to be patient enough and give me these.
Thank you so much. So can you say that this program helped you achieve your dream? Or do you think this course was it worth an investment?
Oh, it was, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the end result, like what I think, being a partner with my boss, that was what I set out to do, and I achieved that. And so I think I've got a lot. I've grown there, and turning around relationships is huge, especially as you're growing. To grow within an organization, it's about building, having good relationships, and understanding how to deal with them.
Yes. Well, that's nice. It's good to hear all those positive results, and it was really nice working with you, Brian. And we will continue, isn't it? We still have the inner circle, so we will still meet regularly every week. So if some of you would like to join our Dream to Rise inner circle, we actually meet every Mondays, and we have guest speakers that would supplement this program, because I feel that having a community would really help us out in terms of how to really manifest our dream, what we want to achieve in life, so that we could live the life we love. Because if you are surrounded by people who lift you up, who would support you, then it's a lot easier for you to move forward. Because in this inner circle, we're all in the same boat. We're all equal. We're all having blockages, experiencing so much problems. But then the important thing is we are there to help and support one another.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yes. So, do you have anything to say, Brian, anymore?
No. Yeah, I think all I want to say is that you're a great leader, and you're a great you're so you see things so positively, and you definitely see the growth and the potential in everyone, and I see it. Obviously, I see it myself, but I really want to thank you for that, and now being part of your inner circle.
Sometimes we need someone to really push us, not to our limit, or else we will get stuck in that comfort zone. Because I know and I believe each one of us has that potential, and to really achieve what they want to achieve, so they could live the life they love. Okay, so my friends, just a reminder, no matter how old or successful you are, you will definitely experience some blockages or struggles that stop you from moving forward. But the most important thing is, how are you able to manage all these challenges? Not them managing you, but you managing them. And for Brian's journey had its ups and downs, but he kept that hope alive and took action. That's the most important thing. Now he is starting to impact people to be great leaders as well. Meaning to say, with his new purpose, with his purpose, which he just discovered, he will now be a leader to the people he would be impacting. So, and this will create a ripple effect. He will create leaders from his leadership. And there will be, again, as a reminder, there will be no change unless you take action. Action is very important. Remember, you are in charge of your life. You can design the life if you are willing. The question is, are you willing? So again, thank you, Brian, for your story. And I am sure a lot of us got inspired. And I think I wish you all the best as you move forward, fulfilling your purpose in life, Brian, and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks very much for this opportunity, and nice to share.
Okay, thank you so much.